Hello. Testing. Testing. All right. Let me get settled here. We can start. Isn't this exciting? I always say that. Isn't this exciting? This is very exciting. But it is. It's very exciting. Every episode, it's like the birth of a child. Okay? And that's not to downplay actual childbirth. I'm sure that's a quote unquote miracle in itself, right? But when I create one of these podcasts, one of these episodes to be specific, it's like, it really is like that. It's like, wow, this is something that I created, right? And, it's not, in some ways, it's even better than the baby because it doesn't drive you crazy. And it doesn't make you mad at your lady, because then you could drive away in your Mercedes because you have a baby. Oh God. Episode 13, everyone. This is very exciting. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. When the money is out, we can start to spend. Hey, this is Albert Orange, and welcome to the Before the Bell podcast, the show where I always have the sound of vehicles just blaring past my house in the background. And it's gonna be extra loud today because today I'm recording in my living room instead of my garage. So I actually don't know if that's gonna affect the sound at all. But here I am. This is how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Be, as the kids say. A few days ago, actually, speaking of cars in front of my house, a few days ago, it was about 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:10, and I was just waking up, and then I heard a bunch of tires screeching and collisions, right? It was like 5 seconds worth of just you know, sort of like how a rapper would say back in the early days of trap music. Not the early days, the heyday, really. It was like the Lil Pump era, right? The skirt skirt. But this is real. This was real and potentially deadly, right? So I get up out of my bed, right? I go outside in my bathrobe and I look outside, and the road right in front of my house is or right beside my yard, right beside my property, okay? On the road beside my property, are four trucks, one of which is just completely. I mean, the front is just completely just, you know. It looks like that one planet that they were on in Avengers, right? Endgame, Infinity War. I don't know. There was that one planet with the ruins. Yeah, the surface of that planet was basically the trunk's front side, if you catch my drift. And speaking of drift, there were like two other trucks that just drifted onto the side of the road. You know, there was this other truck that just like crashed into a fence. um, I shouldn't be laughing at this. But yeah, it was four trucks, right? Traffic just completely stopped on both ends of the road. And yeah, it was pretty nasty and it was pretty freaky because it literally happened outside my house, and a bunch of neighbors were coming up to see what the heck was going on. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. No one got hurt, thankfully, at least not severely. There was this one guy, he had like a concussion, I think. And this other guy, he had like a fucking cut on his hand, stuff like that. But no one got killed. So that's the important part, right? Or paralyzed, or fucking, freaking got into a coma, right? Because, I mean, that's pretty much. You get into a coma, right? That's pretty much like being dead. Temporarily, speaking. Right? Does that make. That makes sense, right? Being in the coma is pretty much like being dead. I mean, maybe you get to wake up, but if you don't, then it's like, what's the point of having this person? We're just clinging on to hope. Onto the hope that they'll wake up. I'm, God, I should just stop talking. Right, but like, it's not like that person's doing anything now, I don't know. I don't know. If a person in a coma had an inheritance, or was gonna receive an inheritance, would they still get the inheritance? I think they would, right? Yeah. I mean, I just always assumed that they would have to sign a paper or something, but I don't know. Again, I need to stop talking. Anyways. So yeah, that was a pretty freaky car crash, and I'm glad nobody got hurt. Apparently somebody was on their phone. Um so that's something to take, if anything. Is to stop being on your phone while driving. All right? So, you know, just take that as a lesson. Um Anyways, it's going to be a great episode. Episode 13. Very exciting. Here's the thing. before I get into stuff that I'm gonna talk about and stuff, right? I still haven't released episode 12 as of this recording. Um, there's no reason for that. There's no excuse other than I'm lazy. And, you know, I feel guilty because I said I would be uploading every week, and I'm not. So, I mean, I'm not sticking to my promise. But then again, I mean, who am I promising that to? It's like one or two people, right? So it's like, is this really valid? Is this really worth guilting myself over for? I don't know. I just, But, anyways, I still feel guilty because I like doing this podcast. I just don't like editing it. I like uh, speaking into a microphone and just babbling, right? In the hopes that somebody will find it entertaining, which is a stretch, but you get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I like recording these podcasts, but I don't like the editing part, the production, stuff like that. But I get it; it's part of the process, and so I'm gonna get both of these episodes uploaded by Monday, hopefully, which means I'll have today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday to get this done. And maybe I shouldn't count Sunday because I'm going to be watching football that day. There's no games on Saturday, but there is going to be a Seahawks game Sunday. There's going to be a few games on Sunday, so I'll be sure to watch those, which is actually something I wanted to talk about, right? According to my show notes, today's show notes are brought to you by, and I haven't even looked at this yet because I wanted it to be a surprise. Today's show notes are brought to you by brinksmanship. The willingness of the U.S. to go into an all-out war. What? Okay, sure. That's the definition that I gave for that. And, yeah, brinksmanship. If you're a superpower or just any country who has a conflict with any other nation and you don't like them and they don't like you and you kind of want to go to war with them, but if you do, then it's gonna cost a lot, like money and resources and human lives, potentially all life on Earth. Maybe it's gonna cost you land, right? You don't want to risk losing all that, but you really don't like this country, and you just, God, you hate them. So you just pretend that you're going to go to war with them, and I mean, you try to make yourself intimidating, right? You try to say, hey, I got missiles, I got guns, I got an army. What do you have? Communism? Good luck. Good luck, man. I hope your soldiers are well fed. Am I right? I mean, if the Soviet Union was spending a lot on military, then they'd probably have to keep their soldiers well fed, right? Um. Anyways, brinksmanship. Let's talk about the NFL football season, right? Now I don't really follow a lot of the teams for the NFL. I actually don't follow anything from the NFL except for the Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks. That's the closest football team to where I live, right? I guess if you want to get technical, my city does have the city where I live. We do have a professional indoor sports, a professional indoor fucking. Let me say it right. A professional indoor football team, right? We do have one, but nobody really cares, you know? Because it's just not the same. It might as well be labeled high school football, because really only your family members are going to come. And, I mean, it might make it onto TV. You might even still be using that Huddle app, you know? But, anyways, the Seattle Seahawks got their first win of the season on week 1 against the Colts. Was it the Colts? Was it the Colts? Let's see. Was it the Colts? I think it was the Colts. Yep, the Colts. 28-16. Easy win. The Colts just, you know, from my point of view, they just weren't playing all that well. You know, the quarterback, I don't know his name, but just got sacked a few too many times, and they didn't look too hot, you know? But anyways, Seahawks, that was an easy win for them. And I'm rooting for them. And they're going to be playing against the Titans this Sunday. So that should be another easy win for them if everything goes right. I think they're their favorite team, you know, but who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that's all I'll be rooting for. So, the Seattle Sounders too are having a phenomenal season so far. They're like the top of the division over at MLS. I think it was like the the Western Conference, something like that. So yeah, good on the Sounders. I'll be rooting for them also. All right, and that's pretty much all I have to say about this sports talk. You know, DK Metcalf, by the way. Again, phenomenal player. He's gonna be a real asset to this team. He is an asset to this team. I mean, that Hail Mary that he got last Sunday, I mean, that was crazy. And also that Will Disley guy, you know, I think he's a tight end or something. And he just, you know, that one play where he caught the ball and he's running and there's this dude coming after him right in front. He goes for the tackle. Will Disley just steps aside, says, "All right, down you go." Keeps running. I mean, that was just, I don't think I've ever seen it play like that before. So yeah, I'll be looking for him too. I'll be watching him. Russell Wilson, uh, cooking as ever, right? So yeah, go Seattle. I'll be rooting for you. Go Sounders. Fucking yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say for sports this week. I wanted to talk about North Korea for a second. All right, just give my take a little on that, because apparently this week they launched a ballistic missile as a test, and that seemed to make the headlines this week, right? Let's see what happened. Okay, South Korea also tested a ballistic missile amid fears of North Korea's growing arsenal. South Korea successfully tested a submarine-launched ballistic missile on the same day as North Korea fired a pair of ballistic On the same day as North Korea fired a pair of ballistic missiles off its east coast, breaching UN sanctions and ratcheting up tension on the Korean peninsula. President Moon said that the planned test was not in response to the North's launches, but also cited the North Korea's nuclear capabilities as a reason for South Korea to develop better missiles. Oh man. Alright. Here's what you gotta do. Korea, let me solve your problems. First of all, Kim, I've reached out to you a few times before on this podcast. I've reached out to you on episode 12, which I still haven't uploaded yet. Yeah, I really gotta do that by Monday. Fucking hell. Anyways, Kimmy Jong, come on. Let's just cool it with the missiles, all right? You know what? I think they're cool. I think they're pretty nice, pretty cool to look at, right? But these missiles are you understand why South Korea has to have its own little arms race, right? Don't you, Kim? Because you get some missiles, you test them. South Korea has got to make sure that they stay on par with you, right? Maybe even one up you. And guess what? If they one up you, you can stay on par with them. Okay? I'll let you do that. But you know what, Kim? I don't know, man. I think you need to stop spending so much money on these missile tests and just, start trading with China again, Maybe just, maybe try sending some money over here and have a parade down the road where I live in. But have a quiet parade, because that'll just be great if you could just get rid of this noise. You know what? Don't have a quiet parade. Anything is better than the noise coming out of this goddamn fucking. Let me calm down. Let me just calm down a little bit, alright? I'm not mad at you, Kim. I'm just, I got some issues, alright? Got some stuff I need to work on. Alright? I'm in my living room, as I said earlier. I'm currently watching a nature documentary on the TV, on Apple TV Plus, right? It's the one narrated by Paul Rudd. It's called Tiny World, right? Focuses on like tiny insects and rodents and stuff like that. So I guess if I just look at that, I'll calm down. And I'll get back to whatever I was talking about, alright? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm currently watching a water bug, a water skeeter, whatever the hell it's called. Oh, look at that. It's raining. It's raining on the pond. Don't get hit by the water drops. Isn't it amazing how they can just get powerful enough cameras to zoom in on these animals? It's pretty amazing, if you ask me. Oh, look at that. Baby ducks. Just waddling. Hopping over a rock. Oh my god. Okay. So they're heading towards a highway with cars coming. Oh my god. Okay, they're crossing the road. Oh my god. Oh. The truck just came by and just fucking it sent the ducks flying backwards. Oh my god. Let's see what happens. I promise I'll get back to the North Korea stuff. Okay. They're looking both sides. Okay, they're crossing. They're crossing. Okay. Okay, 4 of them just made it to the other side. Now we're just waiting on 2 more. Oh, it's 3 more. Oh my god. Please. Okay, they make it. Okay, now it's the mama duck and her 4 other chicks. There's this one chick that seems to be lost. Please. Go. Go. Oh my god. Don't. Oh. Oh my god, he almost got run over by a fucking FedEx truck. Jesus Christ. Go, man. There's nobody around. This is your chance. Live free. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Of course they were gonna fucking... they weren't gonna show any fucking ducks dying. It's a nature documentary. It's meant for kids. Right? Oh, man. Jesus, man. That last duck almost got ran over by a fucking truck. By fucking FedEx. Anyways. Tiny World by Paul Rudd. I have it on mute, so I can't really hear Paul Rudd's voice, But I'm sure he's there. Right? Tiny World by Paul Rudd on Apple TV Plus. Check it out. Anyways, North Korea. You know what? Just fucking stop it with the missiles, Kim. Let's be a team player. Why not start trading with South Korea, huh? Just fucking whatever you have. Just start trading with them and fucking, you know? Or South Korea, why don't you just fucking start doing stuff? President Moon. President Moon. I can't believe they named a president after the fucking Dogecoin thing. Um yeah. Why don't we just start trading back with each other? And that'll start the peace back over again, right? Potentially. I don't know. Maybe North Korea just needs to start trading with China again. China is better than anything. Because at least you won't starve. Right? Yeah, just stop it with the missiles, guys. Come on. Do I really need to talk to you like I'm like you're fucking toddlers at a fucking playground? No. No, you're the leaders of the Korean Peninsula. Stop it with the nonsense. And let's see what you can make. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Anyways, let me take a break here. All right, and we're back. Back to the podcast. Episode 13, everyone. Episode 13. Going smoothly so far. I hope. So I have Apple TV Plus currently, right? And there's lots of shows on it. And I've only been watching Mr. Corman and Ted Lasso. I mean, unless there's like other shows that I don't remember watching. I've watched The President's War Room. Right? It was a movie about it was a documentary about fucking old W, old George W. Bush, and how his administration reacted to the 9/11 attacks, right? So that was interesting. Nice little reminder of what happened, right? And so that was good. Another 9/11 related thing that I watched on Apple TV Plus. It was a Broadway musical called "Come From Away." Now, apparently, this musical was a thing since fucking, I don't know, 2016, something like that. And I'm not really into musical theater, you know? I mean, the closest I've come to liking that sort of stuff was when I heard about Hamilton, which I think we can all agree is really good, and I like it. People who say it's overrated are partially right, I think, but not entirely. All right, because it's a good musical, and I like it, and so should you, right? But we're not talking about Hamilton. We're talking about Come From Away. All right, it's a story about the Canadian town of Gander, where everyone talks like this and says, "Oh, hello, Janice. Hi, Janice. Well, hello." Right? It's like a Midwestern accent, like a Chicago, but like really fucking extreme. They say everything like they pronounce the fucking th as a t. So they say everything, right? Stuff like that. And it's about because they had to shut down all the airports. They had all planes in the sky come down after the attacks, and it was like 38 planes that landed in Gander, this little town in Newfoundland, right? And you know, they had like a bunch of people come into one town at once, right? 38 planes worth of people, and it was like that was like twice the population of the city, right? Or maybe it was just like not twice, but just like the entire city's population coming down in form in the form of 38 planes. That makes sense, right? Um so yeah, apparently there was like a book written about it, about that time, stuff like that. Then they said, "Oh, let's turn it into a musical." Okay. So they did that. And then now they got a freaking movie production on Apple TV Plus. So I'd say they're doing something right. So Come From Away, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good musical. I liked it. I liked some of the songs on it. Right? The fucking somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of right? That was a good song. I don't like it when they go a key up. I hate when songs do that. The key change. It just throws off the mood. It's just fucking, that's for like fucking stadium shit, It's if you're playing in front of a crowd of 100,000 people, right? But if you're at like a campfire and you brought your guitar, and you're singing campfire songs, right? And you go up a key, you do the key change. It's just like, dude, why are you doing this? Like, everyone will look at you weird, and it's just gonna be awkward. I don't know, man. It's just it just seems like a fucking I don't know why artists do that. You know what? The noise on the road beside my house sounds better than the fucking key change in songs. Um, but anyways, I come from away. I liked the musical. I liked it a lot, and I think you should watch it too. So yeah, it has less to do with 9/11 and more to do with like fucking fucking community, I guess. I don't know, man. It was good. It was good though. I liked it. Good musical. So, um fucking is that all I watched? Oh, fucking oh man. Fucking CODA. I wanted to talk about that on fucking in episode 12, but I didn't get a chance to because I forgot about the movie, I think. Oh man, CODA. It's a movie about a girl and her family, and the family is they're all deaf, right? And so they all communicate to each other in sign language. But the girl isn't deaf. She can hear just fine. She has all of her senses, right? Um, and so she just basically communicates to her family through sign language, right? But she can hear just fine. She can talk and stuff, and she likes singing, and so she sings. She joins the fucking choir club at her school, or is it class? I think it's choir class. That's not important. What's important though is fucking I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, you know? I don't want to spoil the movie, but yeah, it's a good movie, I thought. And apparently all the actors who play the girl's family are deaf in real life, right? And so I thought that was cool, right? We don't really get to see a lot of deaf actors, except for that one girl in fucking The West Wing. Yeah, you know the girl who fucking Bradley Whitford liked, right? Yeah, that was a good show, The West Wing. I've only seen like the first two seasons, right? But it's a good show. Um, yeah, Coda, child of a deaf person, or fucking child of deaf adults. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Um, great cast. Eugenio Derbez was in it. Eugenio Derbez. Derbez. Eugenio Derbez. Uh, Mexican actor. I grew up watching him. Great actor, I think. You could just tell, like from the stuff that he's done, he just loves film. He just likes film and television. And I grew up watching his shows. You know, he had a show about a family who was like, dressed in fucking plush, and the whole city was plush, and that was like kind of like a thing in the show. It was a funny show, right? Eugenio Derbez, he fucking he made a movie called Instructions Not Included, and that was a good movie. I liked it. It was like the first movie that I ever bought with my own money, right? And yeah. So when I heard that he was he had a role in CODA, right? I got really excited, and I proceeded to watch it with enthusiasm, knowing that Eugenio Derbez was in it, and I thought he was a great actor. He played the music teacher, and he was like played it really well, I think. Um, Great guy, man. I'm excited to see what he does next. You know, I'm rooting for that guy, Eugenio Derbez. If you don't know who he is, well, just look him up. You know. So yeah, Coda, great movie. I think you should see it. You know, I think it's really funny too. Like the first few scenes, fucking the dad is a bit of a comical character, right? And well, I don't want to spoil what type of stuff he says or does, right? But the dude is pretty funny. So yeah, Coda. I think you should see it. And yeah, I was gonna talk about Mr. Corman as well, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? Yeah, I mean, I got a few minutes here. Uh, Fucking Mr. Corman is a show about a guy, and he feels unlucky, I guess. He feels like he doesn't have a place in this world. Something like that. I don't know. Uh, I think it's a good show. I read online that people don't like it because it's just like, oh man, like this guy has white privilege and he doesn't feel like he's uh, grateful for anything, right? Which is, when you look at it through that lens, it's, it kind of changes your perspective on it a little bit, right? But I thought it was a good show. Oh, fuck. I took a screenshot of my phone accidentally. I thought it was a good show, you know? It's still going on. All the episodes are still being released. But I thought, I think it's a good show. Sure, the main character isn't somebody you would root for, right? But, I don't know, man. I think it's a little bit creative. It's nice to look at. Logic is in it. The rapper, Bobby Hall, right? I still haven't listened to his new album yet. Um, yeah, I'll get to it. So, Mr. Corman, good show in my opinion. Maybe it won't be for you, but whatever. I don't care. I'm kind of frustrated at myself just because I could have gotten the student discount on Apple Music, right? And the student discount on Apple Music comes with a free month of Apple TV Plus. But the thing is that I paid for Apple TV Plus, and so I don't want to pay for another month. And so I don't want to pay for Apple Music now, because then that's just like kind of a waste of money, right? Because I paid like $5 for Apple TV Plus only, right? Because I forgot that you could get it free with the student discount, which is the same price. And, I'm just waiting until the subscription ends. And then I get Apple Music. I pay for that. Then I get a month free of Apple TV Plus. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. Well, before we wrap up here, I just want to say, this past week, something really sad happened. Right? There was this comedian. His name was Norm Macdonald. He passed away earlier this week at the age of 61. He died of cancer. And Norm Macdonald, for those of you who don't know, is just just the most creative and most talented comedian that, and the most unique comedian that I've ever seen. And I think he's just absolutely funny. He doesn't even have to make jokes to be funny. You can just listen to him talk, and it'll just make you laugh. And yeah, that guy definitely, he brought a lot of laughs and chuckles to me. And I was really sad to hear about his passing. So, I think you should check him out if you don't know who he is. Search up Norm Macdonald, Conan, right? And you'll see a lot of clips of him on the Conan O'Brien show. Look up the Moth story, the Professor of Logic story, Norm Macdonald, Harold Delaney. It was a story he told on David Letterman. Search up everything he did on David Letterman. Oh man, he just tells the most intricate, funny stories. And it's too bad that we won't get to have any more of those, because he's really one of a kind, in the comedy world. And I just think I'd take the time to say a few words about him. We'll miss you, Norm. Rest in peace. And with that, thank you for listening to the Before the Bell podcast, episode 13. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. Thank you for listening. And till next week, let me look at the fucking language list. If I had to say goodbye. Fuck, did I delete it? Fucking Dos Vidania, as the Russians say.